Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to some Black Ops Cold War. This video is not going to be so much about the gameplay. Sorry if there's not much highlights or anything like that. You all saw the title, so you know what I'm going to be talking about. I was originally going to do this over Modern Warfare Remastered, actually, but when I sat down to record this, I realized I deleted that game to make space for Warzone, and I completely forgot to re-download it. But real quick, before we get started, if you enjoy this video, definitely be sure to leave a like. And if you're new and you enjoy what you see, definitely be sure to subscribe. But yeah, like I said, so you guys all saw the title. You all know what we're talking about today. Although, before I get into it, it is important to note that most of what I'm going to say here, you should probably take with a grain of salt. One, because these leaks haven't been, like, really confirmed yet, especially not by anybody who's considered a reputable leaker or anything. And also, those of you guys who are subscribed, you know me, I don't do research. This entire video is the result of about, I don't know, 5 minutes of Twitter diving, so take from that what you will. But yeah, so the subject at hand for today, I might have been wrong about Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. I might have been wrong, and honestly, if I am wrong, I don't know if I could be happier about much of anything in the world. So to give you guys a quick recap in case you're new or you just didn't see the original video, a couple months ago I made a video talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and basically, what the fuck just happened there? Anyway, I made this video talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and basically how I think we're probably never going to see the game. The main reasons I gave for this was that, one, Modern Warfare 2 doesn't really fit their business model. I don't really see how they're gonna manage to throw a battle pass into it, integrate it into Warzone and all that shit. And I made the point that the engagement optimized matchmaking, or skill-based matchmaking as we often refer to it, that they use to try and actually get their money's worth out of the battle pass, that wouldn't really work with Modern Warfare 2 because if they made that game the way we all want it to, that would probably just make it a completely miserable experience, but with all the, you know, the broken shit that was the Modern Warfare 2 experience. And the other point of contention was that, you know, there's an entirely non-zero chance that it would detract from the interest in Warzone, because a lot of the interest in Warzone is driven by, you know, streamers and content creators, and many of these streamers and content creators got their start in Modern Warfare 2 and, you know, games of that era. So it's entirely possible that guys like, you know, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, guys like that would absolutely spend a lot of time playing a well-made Modern Warfare 2 remaster, which would then likely lead to a lot of their viewer bases also moving over to that game as well. Now, obviously, this is all stuff I already talked about, and I'm here to say that I actually may have been wrong about the whole thing. Because today, or yesterday when you're seeing this, some unconfirmed leaks came out regarding Sledgehammer, the state of what was supposed to be COD 2021, World War II Vanguard or whatever, and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was a part of it. Now, the leaks don't come from a historically reliable source. In fact, I believe the actual leak itself was anonymous, and then it was tweeted by somebody else. But the reason some people are saying that the leaks are legit is that apparently the leaker was DMCA'd off of Discord. There was some people saying that the tweet talking about it was DMCA'd as well, but as of me recording this right now, it's still up, and it's been like, I don't know, 8 hours or something like that since I've seen it, so it wasn't DMCA'd off Twitter, just apparently Discord. However, that allegation is actually unconfirmed because the initial message in Discord was anonymous, apparently. Anyway, with all that exposition out of the way, what did this leak actually say? For one, it alleged that Sledgehammer is either completely off of COD 2021, or at the very least, they're taking a break. Some of the reasons apparently being that they're having issues importing assets into the new engine. For those who don't know, they're apparently not going to be using whatever engine World War II was built in. They're going to be using the Modern Warfare engine, I guess. Which, I mean, I know some people said, like, that sounds fishy, but honestly, as somebody who's worked with game engines a good bit, that's not as unlikely as you'd think, especially considering I'm pretty sure every engine that Activision Studios use tends to be proprietary. So apparently, as a result, what they're going to be doing instead, according to this leaker, instead of releasing a whole new COD game, they are going to continue providing support and new content for Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Warzone, with Warzone being kind of like the flagship of the whole thing, which, even with the success of Modern Warfare, Warzone is absolutely the moneymaker in the Activision family at the moment. So it stands to reason that they'd want to financially focus on that. But apparently they're going to continue supporting that stuff, and then they're going to release the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer as kind of like the new thing for 2021. To, I guess, tide over all of us multiplayer people. And then I guess what they're apparently going to do is sort of treat it as this whole all-encompassing Call of Duty package that they're hoping will tide us over until COD 2022, which I guess they're going to be putting a lot more like work and effort into. Now, with all this said, there's a couple things about this story that I think are actually possibly true, and a couple things that I think are a little bit fishy, but honestly, nothing about this story is outside of the grounds of reality, in my opinion. Outside of the general concept of the fact that this is a completely completely anonymous leak. We have no way of knowing it's true. But anyway, starting with the stuff that I find kind of fishy. For one thing, the post made a point about Activision giving Infinity Ward more free reign with their creative control due to the success of Modern Warfare and Warzone. Wait a minute, how the fuck are people level 1,000 already? Is there another XP glitch, guys? Really? But yeah, this post made some point about how Infinity Ward being given creative control and more freedom to do kind of like the things that they want to do, being some sort of catalyst for MW2 Remastered coming out. That didn't make any sense to me because, for one thing, based on Activision's history doing remasters, what with the COD 4 remaster, I don't think Infinity Ward really has anything at all to do with the remaster, do they? Outside of like being the proprietary owner? Like, didn't an entirely different studio do the Modern Warfare 2 remaster, or am I like crazy? Also, yo, this is a miserable fucking game right here. This is. The other thing that I kind of find outside the realm of reality here, I think, is the fact that they made this as some kind of split-second decision. Dude, what is this? What lobby did I... Look at this, man. What is this? But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to believe that they do this as like a split-second decision. Because here's the thing, right? If we take the claim that the multiplayer was done when the campaign was done and they're just holding on to it for a rainy day to be true, and then this is the extension of that, they're thinking this is the rainy day, it's time to release it. Wasn't that multiplayer completed years ago? Is it optimized for next-gen consoles? Is it optimized for new graphics cards? Or like... The reason I say this is I feel like Activision at this point would hesitate to release a game that feels like it's 2 years old. I mean, unless they've had a studio constantly working on it and making sure it's up to date, which I don't know how hard that would be, assuming it was as complete as the leak said it was. And then again, also, I mean, they do have a lot of time until it comes out. It's entirely possible, you know, that they have the time to take to say, all right, let's just make this as good as possible. But yeah, those were the two things I kind of found a little bit sketchy about this. I mean, once again, I do want to point out I'm recording this in advance, so by the time you see this, some of these rumors may have either been confirmed or debunked. But this pretty much is my understanding at this point in time. This is just all the information that I know at this point. So anyway, with the suspension of disbelief out of the way, let's get into some of the things that I think might actually be accurate about this statement. For one thing, that whole point they made about them having trouble importing assets into the new engine, I 100% believe that. Again, as somebody that's got a lot of experience working with game engines, that's not at all outside of the realm of something that's believable. I know a lot of people like to make the point that, you know, Activision's got all this money and they've got all this time and all these resources and blah, 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 blah. A lot of the time, it's more complicated than that. Like, money and resources aren't just going to make two incompatible pieces of software compatible. Like, that's not how that works. Or even if you do make them compatible, it's oftentimes not going to be optimized, or it's not going to work well, and it's going to be hard to program with, or whatever the case may be. A great example of this actually is the Atari Jaguar. If you ever want to go back and learn yourself a history lesson, the Atari Jaguar was a complete fucking mess. The other thing is, again, like I mentioned before, it has been leaked by reputable people that the multiplayer has been done for a while and they've just kind of been sitting on it until they feel like they need it. And in the event that Sledgehammer isn't able to get the game done in time, or done in a state that's at least as good as Cold War, which according to this leak, it's not. The leak described the current state of the game as unreleasable, which, I mean, I know it doesn't feel like Cold War's been out for that long, but it is April, almost May at this point. Like, we should be gearing up to at least see some, like, you know, early access shit within the next couple months. Like, when did we start seeing Cold War? Cold War stuff came really late into the year, and even then, like, I'm pretty sure they had functional builds of the game at this point in time. And if we're at this point in the year and they're still having trouble importing assets, like, yeah, Sledgehammer's in a lot of fucking trouble. So definitely believe that Activision would pull the trigger at this point and just say, all right, guys, you know what? Let's just scrap this thing. We'll make COD 2022 as good as possible, and we'll just release the MW2 Remaster. It'll tide people over for a while. Maybe it'll actually be good. Who knows? I actually don't understand anything about this game anymore, honestly. Whatever. But yeah, so that's another thing that I absolutely find believable. And the third thing is just Sledgehammer finding trouble putting the game together in general. I mean, we've long criticized Activision for forcing their studios onto this yearly dev cycle and giving them, you know, no time to get things done, and this is how you have things like Black Ops Cold War. You know, the game's feeling pretty good now, but we all remember the state this thing released in. It was practically unplayable. We've already said that 2 years per dev cycle, which is what the devs used to get, was not enough, and now we're essentially taking Sledgehammer and forcing them to do a full game's dev cycle in 1 year, which actually is worse than the deadline Cold War was put under, because if you remember, like, half of this game was already put together by Sledgehammer, and then Treyarch just took it over and finished it off. Whereas Sledgehammer, feasibly speaking, would need to start from scratch, considering the fact that they're supposedly moving over to the Modern Warfare engine, which was new just for Modern Warfare, so it's not like they'd been working in it before. And now they're having issues with, you know, asset imports and things like that. So yeah, I'd absolutely believe that Sledgehammer's having problems, and it's definitely not their their fault. It's gonna be Activision's fault for trying to make this thing even frickin' work. I mean, I said this years ago. I said back in 2012 that Call of Duty needed to get off the yearly cycle, but nobody listened to me, and now here we are. So anyway, in summation, that's kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. I mean, again, it's gonna come down to whether or not these leaks are legit. Like, you know, what with the Discord leak being anonymous and there not even really being any confirmation about if it even existed or if Activision did do a DMCA strike to get it taken down. Now, I will say, if it does come out, like, if somebody finds proof that this post was DMCA'd, then there's a pretty good chance that at least part of it's legit, because Activision does have a history of DMCAing leaks and stuff. It's usually a pretty good sign that something's legit if Activision decides that they're gonna drop the copyright hammer or whatever. So yeah, I mean, at this point, all we can really do is wait and see. Like, obviously, I don't have any information at this point in time. Maybe we'll have some more information come tomorrow when I upload this, but for right now, it's not really looking like it. But anyway, that about sums this video up. Like I said, we're just gonna have to wait to see if these leaks are legit. I, much like just about everybody else, I'm sure, is hoping that they are. But once again, I mean, we'll find out when we find out. Or who knows, maybe we'll find out it's all bullshit and we're never getting the game just like I thought. But that's about it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content. That's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one.